Hello, everyone. This is the 22nd and 24th President of the United States, E.B. White, here with a message for the agriculturists of America. You can follow Ryan O'Connor at Wrangleshank on Instagram and Twitter. The link is in the description. Also in the description, the link to the Bonehead Cartoon. That's right. So find a link and get clicking. Furthermore, be sure to like, share, subscribe, rinse, and repeat for a better life today. Thank you.
It's time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book.
Booyah! I'm back. I ran screaming out of the room to get a new cup of tea going. And I barely made it back in time. What, love? Hiya! How the heck are you? What love's here, everybody? Direct from Canada. So did you say you're going to France sometime soon? That'd be pretty cool. I'm going to start this page. I'm doing good. I just got back from church. Well, a little while ago. And then I was continuing with the what do you call it? The lectures from that Harvard, the free Harvard Justice course that I signed up for a while back that I've been neglecting. I just did a new one of those. I read a chapter and watched a video of that. Trying to get back into the swing of everything. And what's that? Oh, you say you're maybe going during the summer, but it's not for sure yet. My brothers are both on their way home from Florida right now. And I'm just thinking, I gotta go on a vacation. The last place I went was... It has to be Tennessee. The last time I was out of the country was a few years ago. I went to Mexico. That was probably 6 years ago. I think the last time I had like a vacation at all was probably 2, maybe 3 years ago. I think 2 though. It was 2019. So I think today and tomorrow, I'm gonna try and get multiple pages and do multiple streams. That's the plan. On my free days, I tend to over-plan, but I get more done that way. I don't always hit everything that I plan for, but what else was I'm gonna try and plot out all the remaining, when I'm going to ink all the remaining pages of the book. Which is rough, because I didn't do a page yesterday. But I thought I was going to do a page yesterday. I don't know. I was worn out Saturday morning. But I'm hopefully going to make up for it today or tomorrow. I just left her mouth empty. Improvise here a tiny bit. My brush. Here we go. Oh, I didn't realize I was kind of cockeyed there. I'm hopefully gonna give myself time to run out and get some new shoes, because my knees have been hurting so bad for years, but lately I think they've gotten worse. And my dad just had a knee replaced, and I'm 26 years younger than my dad, so that's kind of concerning. But I think somebody pointed out that I have flat feet. I wear flat shoes on a hard flat floor all day at my day job. They weren't even talking about me, but they kind of brought it to my attention that the shoes I wear probably have a big part in the pain in my knees. So I think I'm going to get me some new shoes and some insoles. I haven't worn insoles since I was like 13, though I probably should, because I have no arch in my foot. See, I'm going to bring this in a bit. Oh, I thought this was weird. I just got a notification from Google that the Simpsons finale is coming up, which I don't know why Google would notify me that. I don't watch the current Simpsons at all. I don't know. I never get any notifications from Google unless it has something to do with YouTube specifically. I don't know. It was a weird out of the blue thing. Okay. So I thought Liam was flying home, but I guess they were driving too, because they had to get a rental car and almost didn't find one, it sounded like. But he's back in Chicago. He might be home like anytime now. So I sent him an invite to this show. But who knows? I send everyone an invite all the time. Here's Denton Crooks. The tip of this brush is bugging me. And I was so excited. Somebody else posted art in the Discord. It was a drawing of a musician. I believe it was a French musician. Somebody's Summer. I checked out some of their music, which was pretty good. Where is my Discord? Peter Summer. Yeah, someone did a portrait of him. That was pretty good because when I looked up the guy who I don't know that I've ever heard of him. Like a big picture popped up. And I was like, hey, that's the guy I just saw in the Discord. Oh yeah, because I looked him up on Spotify and his face popped up. That's what it was. You know what I didn't look up that I meant to was the East German national anthem with subtitles or English subtitles that Radiation King recommended. He said it was fantastic. I have a note on my phone to check it out, and I forgot to. I meant to. I was thinking about it today. I was thinking about it right after the show, and I think at some point yesterday I was thinking about it, and I forgot to. I don't see why I couldn't do that now. Let's see. East German national anthem. English translation. Is this going to get a copyright strike on my channel? Risen from ruins and facing the future. Let us serve you for good. Germany, united fatherland. Old woes are to be overcome, and we overcome them united. Because we must succeed. that the sun, beautiful as ever, over Germany shines. Happiness and peace be granted to Germany, our fatherland. All the world longs for peace. Extend your hand to the peoples. If brotherly we unite ourselves, we will defeat the people's enemy. Let the light of peace shine, so that a mother nevermore mourns her son. Let us oh, I missed it. I missed it. This- Let us plow. Let us build. Learn and create like never before. And confident in imminent strength, a free generation rises up. German youth, best efforts of our people united in you. You will become Germany's new life. And the sun, beautiful as ever. This is really beautiful. Over Germany shines. I thought he was saying it was going to be funny or something, but it was really beautiful. And I liked the video, even though I wasn't giving the video my full attention. It was, I think the uploader is March to Freedom, one word. Yeah, DDR, that's what he said. Whatever that is. I'm an ignorant American. I'm gonna look that up though. What is DDR? Half of the show just turns into me Googling stuff. Dance Dance Revolution. Nailed it. Got it. Figured it out. Got to the bottom of it. The German Democratic Republic. Deutsche Demokratische Republik. Or some such pronunciation of those words I saw. I'm going to push you in the public's eyes. Your name, she will be on everybody's tongue. Will she? The Return of Pinocchio. I used to accidentally bring up Pinocchio a lot on this channel. I don't think I think about Pinocchio an awful lot, but maybe I do. Maybe I do. Do a little. I don't know if that really added to that. This drawing of the trap worm doesn't quite seem like it makes sense to me. I might have to redraw that. Let me see here. I'm going to try and find a drawing of it in an earlier part of the book. So I don't think whatever anatomy I was thinking of, I don't think it matches. It's like a stack of marshmallows. Here I have him with like a belly, but he doesn't quite have that belly. Like maybe I can do it just like a color thing. Where's my pencil? Pencil. What? Broken pencil? It works. Let's see. I like this leg. There's that leg. I think should be a second segment here. And then another leg. Because there's one per segment. That's going to be right out. It's going to be like that's. think that makes a little more sense to me. I think. Okay, I'm gonna put a heavier brush toward the bottom to kind of show the weight and presence of this on top of this surface, because this is kind of like a bubble out of this segment. It kind of pops out, and then oh, is that all one segment? Oh, see, and she has hair behind her head too. So I should kind of try and draw her hair in 3 dimensions a little bit, right? It's like a children's drawing. They just have hair on the women just have hair on the sides of their heads. Oh man, I'm not inking her on. My bad. I put some hair in here and I did some strands. Okay. Actually, that should be this way. There's that. Oh. What's my something I've been thinking about? I gotta get some presents for my, first and foremost, my 2 nephews, because they're having a combined birthday party in 6 days. But also, I gotta get presents for like all my nieces and nephews because I promised them surprises a while back. One of them I ordered already. I still haven't ordered anything else. One of them I ordered already, and I'm getting antsy because it hasn't showed up yet. I ordered a baby Waluigi. I ordered it, I forget when, but I looked it up, and I think it was the 1st. Let's see. Does this have a date on it? No, the 7th. It's not as bad. Let's see. Let's see. I just got a song just popped in my head. I think because I was thinking of the Peter Summer guy. More familiar music sung in a foreign language popped into my head. So a long time ago, I found this animation on, what was it? What did you call that? E-Bombs World or something back in the day? To a song by Kaiser's Orchestra. The song was Baket Alleluia. Like that. There we go. And I really liked the song. The animation was like some kind of like war cartoon or something, but the song always stuck with me. And I used to know exactly what it was about in in English. Like I look up the lyrics. And I don't know. Recently, since I've had Spotify, I checked out other songs on that album, including the titular song. So it's Kaiser's Orchestra. The album is called Un Patel du Dor. Til du Dor. And I really like that song too. Let me see. What are they though? Norwegian. I should come up with a shape for this shadow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Excuse me. Man, I'm gonna have to hit the heat button on that T again. I don't want to make it that heavy, do I? I'll just do that. I want this little bit of smoke to pierce it. Kind of like it breaking on this side too, so I'm going to keep it thin over here. Clean it up a little bit. Yeah, sure. Let's see. put the shadow's gonna come around. Oh. I could do like because it doesn't look like a shadow to me. It looks like I don't know what the horizon line is. Is that what? I think that's gonna work, but I need the big boy. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. Ba 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 ba. Nobody knows where my Johnny has gone, but Judy left the same time. Why was she holding his hand when he's supposed to be mine? You know? Oh, that poor... Who is it now? Leslie Gore. That poor Leslie Gore. Okay. So let's get some... I've got the house to myself, I think. I don't know where my... I don't know if my roommates went to breakfast or something. What do I have next on the agenda? Sketchbook drawing. Then lunch. Then more sketchbook, since I've been falling behind on that. Then another page. Well, I better hurry up because it's been 50 minutes and I'm on panel 1 still. Now, I think I'm gonna throw the background above the trapworm to black. Well, I guess it's official now, right? There we go. Yeah, I like that. And I might just do shadow of her arm coming down here. Yeah. That looks like a comic panel-ish. Cry if I want to, die if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Okay, let's pull this out. Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows, all the things that something, 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 something we're together. Brighter than a lucky penny when you're near, or something, something. I don't know how it goes well enough. It turns out she actually says something, 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 something. Huh, I guess I was right. You know, Leslie Gore was not as good of a songwriter as I thought she was. I'm losing steam. You know what I think I need? I think I need a fresh cup of tea to scald my mouth and wake me up. I'm gonna go hit that button. Wow, I just painted the whole. I just painted a streak across the page. Okay. Ugh. One of these days, that's going to happen, I'll bet. I'll bet. I don't know if I said it here. I tend to repeat myself, but there's this artist I follow on YouTube named Brian Shearer. Who him and this other guy, Elliot Fernandez, they used to do a little comedy show on YouTube every other week. No, every week. And it was called Pair O Normals. And it would just be them reading paranormal articles, like paranormal stories of strange things. And but they would do like funny voices, and Michael Caine was a character that not the real Michael Caine, but Michael Caine was a character on the show, and Bill Cosby was a character on the show, and Orson Welles was sometimes a character on the show. And it was just a goofy comedy show, but I really liked it. I thought it was very funny. And they went on hiatus because Elliot was always so busy that they couldn't make it work for the longest time. But now I guess Brian Shearer's bringing it back in some kind of new form. I don't know how involved Elliot's going to be, but I understand he's still not, he's not a part of it, but he might not be present on the big comeback in a few days. I think the 26th. So I'm excited about that, just to see what Brian does, what he's put together. I think it's going to be less directly Brian and Elliot talking, and more like little limited animation stuff. He said Sir Michael Caine took over or something. And there's going to be new characters, I think. There's a girl who draws on his show a lot these days named Siege. And I think she's going to be a part of some of the new episodes. I think he said there were other new people too. I'm excited is all. So let's see. That's what I watch. I watch Brian Shearer's channel a lot on YouTube. When I'm drawing, I usually just put it on in the background. Kind of helps me, I don't know, think about drawing, or I don't know. It's just something to zone out to. Oh man. Oh man. This I'm cutting because that doesn't work. I either need to get new Sakura jelly rolls, or I need to find something like them that works better. A lot of tool recommendations I got from Jake Parker's website. Jake Parker's the guy who made up Inktober. Or he like more or less officially started Inktober in I think 2011. Rain clouds disappearing, then I feel so fine. No, I don't know how it goes still, because I don't think that's right. By the way, here's a big old spoiler page. Oh, dang it. I gotta go get that cup of tea. Huh. Here I am, not drinking this cup of tea. Okay. Spilled scalding hot water on myself. Yum. Okay. Just seeing if anybody's responded. Nope. All right. Back to the old drawing the comic. I am going on a trip far away in a rocket ship. No, that's not how it goes. I don't know. I'm thinking of Daniel Johnston's song Rocket Ship. Also, Kathy McCarthy did a very good version of it. Rocket ship. Rocket ship. I'm tired. It's like a good tired to take a nap to, but I don't like to take naps. Forget naps, I say. if I try to take like a half-hour nap or something, first of all, I'll like lie in bed for half an hour before I fall asleep. And even if I set an alarm, like I wake up like hours later. It just ends up eating up way too much of my day for my liking. Sometimes sometimes I can't help it. But if I can avoid it, I try to. And if once I start doing something different, once I start like the next thing for the day, like get off this page, I'll kind of find a second wind. Oh. Who this? BB Mall. Hi, welcome. Sorry, I'm like running out of steam, so I'm not so talkative right now. But hope you like the drawings. Where are you checking in from, BB Mall? BB Mall? This is my first graphic novel, Bonehead, wherein there's a giant worm that you can see part of in these panels. I try inking this book just about every day if I can. And I've inked this whole book live so far. So there's some shows archived on Twitch, but then the whole book you can see me inking from the front cover till this is page 162 or so. All the shows are up on YouTube at Wrangle Shank. Oh. And if you do like the art, I don't have the link in the description on the Twitch video yet, because the streaming program I use, or the streaming site I use, doesn't let me put the description in for Twitch for some reason. But after the show, I always go back and put in some links, and there's going to be a link to a Bonehead cartoon I made, if you're interested. It's a 16-minute cartoon of Bonehead, who's the main character. Let me see if I can find a picture of him. These are all new pages. Bonehead's the main character. That's Bonehead. Oh, look, another new person. Hi. Need a Streamlabs bot. What's that? It says Toppy Jones. To do the links in the chat. Yeah. Is that something I can just program then? I'll look into that. Thank you. Let me see if I can show them off real quick. So this is kind of our antagonist, Denton Crux. Oh, I have him here too. So this is my cover. That's the antagonist, Denton Crux, another bad guy, Bonehead's boss, Mr. Shivers. And here's Bonehead. And then here's some other characters. This is going to be the back cover, I think, with Bonehead's kind of drinking buddy Mort, and then this alien guy Billy TV, and Bonehead's girlfriend Petunia. And I thought I had another page with this worm out here. Oh no, I didn't take it out. Thanks, Toppy. I'm like really haphazardly doing her hair right now. I probably haven't said what Bonehead is. I haven't given the elevator pitch to Bonehead in a bit, I feel like. So Bonehead is a little skull-headed goof-off character that let me see. Sorry, I'm collecting my thoughts while I'm not paying attention to what I'm saying. Bonehead's this little, like, he kind of screws around too much, and he decides one day he's gonna get his stuff together. So he goes for a promotion at his job at the poison factory, and he decides he's going to propose to his girlfriend, Petunia. And then he finds out he overhears his bosses talking and finds out that they're going to shut down the poison factory, and that's going to mess up all of his future plans. So he finds himself in this secret laboratory and finds this top secret project that the poison factory bosses are working on. And he steals it, but it gets him wrapped up in this big sci-fi fiasco. What made me come up with that? Actually, Bonehead started as a video game idea. I had just finished school, where I was going to school for animation, and my buddy was finishing up his last classes for video game design or something like that, video game production. He doesn't do anything in video games currently, but that's what he was going to school for. And he was tasked with, his final was to come up with a playable level. And he called me up asking if I had any characters that he could use, because he knew I was a big character guy. And that I could do some animations for, so he could make a playable level. And what I heard was, do you want to design a video game? And so I made up Bonehead, I made up Mr. Shivers, I made up all these bug characters, and I knew that he worked at a poison factory, and there were going to be all these bugs running amok that he had to throw poison bottles at. And I designed all this stuff and brought it to him that night within half an hour, because he only lived a few minutes from me. And yeah, we made this really rough Bonehead level. I did a bunch of animations of Bonehead, like running and jumping and crouching and throwing poison bottles. I did some little bad guy animations, and I was really getting carried away behind the scenes, because my buddy, he had done a little level thing, and I was designing on notebook paper. I was going above and beyond. I was trying to cook up a whole game, but it never amounted to anything yet. But anyway, I think as far as Bonehead and the Poison Factory, and I just like 90s cartoons, I don't know, I'm a big fan of Ren and Stimpy, and stuff like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and if you've ever heard of the Toxic Crusaders. I just like stuff with monsters and mutants and things like that, and it's I think a lot of my stuff kind of seems like it's almost dark, but it's not. I've got a bunch of Bonehead's a skeleton, there's a ghost, there's a devil character, there's an alien. which kind of suggests that maybe there's something occult about it or something, or macabre. But not really. It's just the kind of things that I like to draw. And they're real cutesy versions of devils and skeletons. I should also say I feel like a lot of Bonehead was really inspired by, like, I mean, not so much the story, but like the kinds of characters. It was kind of inspired somehow by Rocko's Modern Life, and SpongeBob was kind of in my head a lot. Especially during the making of the cartoon that I was saying, I usually put in the links of the Twitch videos after the stream ends. That cartoon, like, was me trying to do my best to make it as much like SpongeBob or Rocko's Modern Life as I could muster. There's even a bus driver character that's kind of like a nod to an episode of Rocko's Modern Life. But thank you. Ooh, I don't think I'm focused, am I? There we go. Oops. She's kind of reminding me of Jessica Rabbit in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, right here. Oh my god, it's Dip! Oops, that's not teeth. And yeah, so I think it's kind of where my brain lies when I make stuff up. I think I kind of think of a lot of like 90s Cartoon Network, 90s Nicktoons, and he inadvertently kind of resembles, I wouldn't say he resembles Invader Zim, but he's got that like peak to the top of his head like Invader Zim, which I was a big Invader Zim fan, but I think like I was just trying to make him very graphic and iconic and kind of different than something I'd seen. And like one of the first drawings I did of him, like his head was just a diamond because I knew I wanted him to have these like big pointy buck teeth. He was originally kind of thumb shaped, and then I put a peak in his head. But then I'm like, I feel like that might have been a little bit of Zim rolling around in my head. Hey, my roommates are home. My roommate Lindsay kind of has this female Seth Rogen laugh. I'm just realizing. I never thought about it that way before, but she kind of does. Ow! Hit my face on the camera. Not really. More so just my glasses. I need a point on this brush. There we go. So I made up Bonehead back in 2011. So it's been 11 years. And it's like I was trying to figure out how to do a game with my buddies for a little while, but then I had two game design friends that I'm still friends with, but they both kind of like abandoned the field. And which is fine. I'm not really doing anything in the animation field. Other than stuff I make for this channel occasionally. But what was I saying? Oh yeah. So it started with me trying to make a game. I was kind of hanging on to the hope of that for a long time. And then when it seemed like that wasn't going to happen, I was pretty sure I wanted to do a comic of it, but I didn't know what the story was. And then I thought I might want to do an animation, but I didn't know what the story was. And then a few years ago, I was like, I'm 30. I really got to make some of these projects that are rattling around in my head and stop just sitting on them. And so I spent about a year and a half making that cartoon. And then I started writing this book. And so I spent a couple months writing the story. And then and then I penciled the whole book over the next few months. And now I'm inking it. And that's the history of Bonehead. I've probably got about maybe 80 pages left to do. This is 162 or more like 180 probably. And the whole thing is going to be about 250 almost. Man, I need to find a scanner to scan these pages in. That's what I'm always worrying about in the back of my mind as I ink this. Though, I did scan a couple pages at the local library. But I remember it only scanned to a certain format, so I've yet to see if that was going to work for me. If I can make that work when I need to color it and everything. I'll see. Because if I don't find a reasonable, like an affordable scanner to do 250 pages, I don't know. The library thing is cool that it's available, but it might be a little too inconvenient to pull off for the whole book. So I got to see what I can do. It's not outside the realm of possibility to find something to scan this whole book. So I'm not too worried about it. I know there's something I can pull off. Kind of like that. There's that. Do another one here. There's these weird seams on the floor of, like, I don't know, conduits or something. Ink. There we go. Okay. Moving on. Okay, so this is like a silhouette panel. I'm going to do the negative silhouette. I feel like a negative silhouette is it's good at packing a punch for emotional shots. Where are you chime in from Toppy. If I may ask. Also, the name Toppy reminds me of this podcast I used to listen to. I mean, I listened to it while it was a thing. It's not a thing anymore. But Justin Roiland, who does Rick and Morty, he had a podcast called the Grandma's Virginity Podcast. And it was just Justin Roiland and his two buddies, Ryan Ridley and Jackie Buscarino. And they would just talk about whatever. But Justin Roiland had all these like little characters that he would do on the show and make fart noises on his little soundboard and just Justin Roiland stuff, you know. But there was a there's a character named Toppy who would give them ideas for topics, but I think they were usually pretty awful topics. Well, I guess you could just talk about blood. Why don't you talk about that? That was pretty much his whole shtick. That's a pretty good topic. Okay. Tea. He's Toppy. Toppy the topic. There was a theme song for him too. To just like sputter out random terrible ideas for a topic. And just like not be very committed to anything. Just not very committed and not very helpful to the job of starting a topic, I think is all it was. Anyway. Oh boy, this page is almost done. These silhouette panels always take me way longer than I would think they would. So they seem like they'd be the easiest and quickest. They always seem to not be the quickest. He's got some little quills sticking out of him here. Oh, I'm hypnotizing myself into a slumber, I think. What else is there? Johnny Depp and Amber Heard are at it again. Embroiled in a big court thingy. Yikes. Hate to be in that hot seat. No, I don't know. I don't really know much about it. I just see little clips here and there. Allegedly, somebody pooped in a bed. Very reminiscent of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, if you ask me. A little derivative of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, if you ask me. So, like, I think that the whole court case is about somebody pooping in a bed. Exhibit B, the poop in question. Sorry. It's like you're knitting a cable knit sweater. No, it's like you're trying to unravel a cable knit sweater that someone keeps knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting. That's what it is. I had to look up that clip on this show at one point because the line was in my head, but I didn't know what the line was. It's from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Which is a funny movie. But I haven't seen that in ages. You know what I've never seen is Big Top Pee-wee or whatever it's called. Pee-wee goes to the circus or something. Pee-wee's Big Adventure is my favorite Tim Burton movie. It's also the last one to not have Johnny Depp in it. Just kidding. I don't know if it's my favorite one. Actually, I really like Nightmare Before Christmas. Though Pee-wee's Big Adventure would have to be up there. I saw Nightmare Before Christmas in theaters when I was a little boy. And it blew my mind. Though Tim Burton, I think there's some. I think Tim Burton probably won some award for Nightmare Before Christmas, but he had spent so little time on set of that production that I think they adjusted the rules that you couldn't get an award unless you had actually been present on the production for like some percentage of the time. I think he was barely involved in the actual direction of that movie, even though he's like the big name on it. I believe it's what I heard many years ago. But it's good. It's good. My roommate won't watch it. He just assumes he won't like it. My brain is glossing over. I think I am not long for this world. No, I think I'll make it. I just, it's like I'm lulling myself to sleep just inking this page. I just need to move on to my next thing for the day, I think. And I'll be refreshed. I'm going to try and get some sketchbook drawings done. So I haven't been doing my daily drawings for like a while now, I've been very on and off. I'm kind of bugged by it. I mean, I'm still drawing every day, pretty much. Because I at least get pages of this comic in, usually. But I'm getting out of practice at the extra drawing. The stuff I post on Instagram and Twitter. And the Discord, I got. Pardon me. I gotta make some stuff for the Discord. There's new people in there now. Always something to do. I think somebody else is here now. I think one of my roommates has one of their friends over. I think it sounds like. Or maybe they're just watching Friends. Could that be any worse of a joke? Is that supposed to be a joke that I just told? Okay. I'm getting hungry. It's almost time for lunch. How long has this been going? 2 hours. That's about the average length it takes me to draw a page or to ink a page. I'm always afraid on my days off from my day job that I'm gonna get called in. And I already got a text from somebody at work where I was like cringing to read it because I needed a day off so bad. And then it was just to ask me for somebody else's phone number. I was like, oh, I got you. That I can do. It's like I need more time to squeeze this comic and drawing in. The last 2 weeks have been so rough. I think it's only been 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. It's been rough. I've barely had a proper day off in about 3 weeks, I think. like my days off were days when I worked the first 8 hours. No, yeah, the very first 8 hours into the day, midnight to 8 a.m., and then slept the next 8 hours. And then I'd wake up and have my day off. Or something like that. I mean, not all my days off the past 3 weeks have been like that, but something akin to that where it might not feel like a day off, you know? So I think I'm in the clear for today, and then tomorrow is another day off. So I'm just kind of bracing myself. Because if I get asked to go in, I usually go in. But it throws a wrench into all my other plans. Not only is this like putting me to sleep, this panel especially, but it's using up all my ink. My little beer bottle cap inkwell is running dry. I gotta pour more ink soon, I think. I can maybe make it last the rest of the page. Okay. Oh, I saw one of my high school friends' dad the other day, who I actually have seen him way more than the friend themselves. since high school. I've seen their I believe it's his stepdad. Who I do see occasionally here and there. Over the past 10, 18 years or something like that, 17 years. And yeah, that's about right. And he was telling me he just had a stroke. He was kind of wheeling around on a little walker thing, like a seated walker thing. And he was telling me he just had a stroke. And he was kind of stammering a bit, but I was like, wow, he looked really good and was talking pretty well and didn't seem too different, than he normally is, other than kind of wheeling around on a walker. But it was just like, man, you seem to be doing okay. And he's like, yeah, I guess his mother had a stroke in her life and like lost all her left side and was just like eventually died. But yeah, the strokes can be gruesome. My neighbor, who's 10 years older than me, so he's about 44. Um, he had like a small stroke last year, or maybe about a year and a half ago. I want to say 2 years ago. Um, and he's perfectly fine. You would never know that he had a stroke, but it was just something to do with like his heart, like when he was born. And I don't know, it not sending oxygen to his brain all of a sudden, but he's doing good. He's perfectly fine now. That's crazy though. That sounds so terrifying, to just like all of a sudden you can't move and you kind of like freeze up and don't know what's happening, can't really call for help or do anything. If no one's there to help you, you could be as good as dead. That was my neighbor's case, at least. Like, he was like trying to crawl to the couch and couldn't really move or call for help. And it was like, luckily his wife came in and spotted him before too long. He's, like I say, he's doing good. Usually I don't color in his eyebrows like this. I didn't catch myself in time. See, I do other characters' eyebrows similarly, and I usually do color them in black. But I think his are generally, in my mind, they're green. This is my Presto Jumbo Correction pen. This is like a what have I done moment. Here we go. Is that... Oh, I don't like that placement. Dang it. Be better at thinking ahead, sucker. Okay. I'll do take 2 on that in a minute. See, sometimes I just follow the pencil art blindly. I don't, and then I notice that the pencil art won all that. What's the motto? What's our slogan here on Ink the Book Show? Measure once, cut twice. I haven't said that in a while. I should design like a t-shirt or a mug or something that says measure once, cut twice. And it's got like a saw smashed in half by a hammer. Smashed into pieces. Okay, we're going to make this a little further up than before so it matches his other eye. I'm not finished with my art. I was recently watching some old Whitest Kids You Know episodes, which I think is uproariously funny at some points. That's a line from that. Uproariously funny to me. In my HO. But I'm not sensitive about much. My brother Liam's sending me something. What's he sending me? It's a Norm Macdonald tweet or something. No, it's a line from his book based on a true story. Me and my brother Liam were big Norm Macdonald fans, so occasionally we send each other stuff that Norm Macdonald said or videos of Norm Macdonald or something. And it's a quote from his book. It says, "The plain truth is that Adam Egget is an alcoholic, and that's why he doesn't drink. Me? I'm not an alcoholic, and that's why I do drink. Life sure is funny that way." So I think later in life, I don't think Norm Macdonald did drink very much at all. Ow, my face. I hit my face. Or wrecked it. I wrecked it on the camera. I beat my face to death on the camera. Okay, so now all that's left to do is the black part of this background. And then I'm done with page 160 whatever. 170 something. Like I said, I think it's probably closer to 180. But it says 162. But I'm here to tell you that this page is a liar. A bald-faced liar is this page. It should be in the electric chair. Ow. I keep knocking my glasses on the dang camera. I'd throw them across the room, but then I would just hit my actual eye on the camera. And also I wouldn't be able to see a dang thing because I'm a total Velma. If you see the camera moving, it's because my glasses are bumping into it, which I usually do at least once per stream, but I now keep doing it. I'm running on fumes as far as the ink in my little beer bottle inkwell go. My beer bottle cap inkwell. But I think I can get the rest of this black out of it. I think I have at least that much. Usually when I'm done with a page, I pour the rest of the ink back into the bottle. I don't think I'll have anything to pour into the bottle today. Man, speaking of Norm Macdonald, I cannot wait until his posthumous stand-up special. He didn't think he was going to be able to perform it before he died. It was filmed like during the pandemic, and he was having some emergency surgery. He made it through the surgery, but anyway, he recorded this set of material in his living room just to himself. And it's going to be released as a special on Netflix on the 30th. I think they're also including a feature where afterwards it's going to have all these comedians who got together after his death and talk about Norm Macdonald for a bit. And that'll be just heart-wrenching. God bless you there, Naomi. I like this panel. I like the lettering I did. This black segment is really making it all pop. Here's a whole bunch of lines. This is how you draw this part. Oops, I'm wrecking my letters, my beautiful letters. And this is how you draw this part. Do a little one of these. Give them one of these. And a whole heaping helping of these. Crunch. That's a sound effect. Me and my kerchief and mom in her cap, I think it's the other way, had just settled down for a long winter. Snap would possibly be another sound effect I could have used. A little less effective. Oh, O'Reilly's Auto Parts. I don't know. Sometimes I just sing auto part commercials. It's just what I do. I'm sorry. I can't help it. It's part of my being. So sue me. I gotta stop telling people to sue me because they always do. Even when I say it as a goof. It was a goof. Stop suing me. All right. I guess this is the page. There we go. Let me see, I'm going to do a little bit of a shadow at the base of this table. Okay. Whatevs. All right. This has been the page. This has been the stream. I'm going to get me some lunch and read or something. No, sketchbook drawings. That's what I'm doing. But I'll be back later today to do the next page where Denton Crux is soliloquizing. And this guy's like, he's like, oh. So, later today. All right, bye everybody. Be good. Did I get ink on my face? I did. What a schmuck. What a slob. What a goon. Goodbye, everybody. I love you. Bye-bye.